Hello, and welcome to, NinSense YouTube channel. We are live with Metroid 2, The Return of Samus. I'm your host, Michael, Mr. NinSense himself, formerly known as Nintendo Sense. We're here today to play this legendary Game Boy game that has a Game Boy Color palette built into the Game Boy Color just for this game, and I think like two other games. But yeah, Ganapi Yoki, the creator of the Game Boy and one of Miyamoto's and Sakumoto's I'm drawing a blank. My brain. One of their mentors. Wait, did we not? Don't we have a newer save point than that? Oh, we do. But I manually saved. Oh, I was supposed to continue from that menu. And now we just overwrit that save. That's okay. That's okay. Worse things have happened. Let's go kill the Metroid. Oh, I got no audio too. John Metroid. Just kidding. Samus Aran. In her finest Game Boy outing. Everything should be good now. I just rebooted my computer. And I mostly fixed the issue, but I'm still having some issues. I can't get my fans on my computer to, like, work right. My computer fans either go full blast to sound like a jet engine, or they go really slow. And I have no way of fixing it. I guess it could be worse. It could be just broken fans. I am really tired today, guys. I went to work. I got an oil change on my car. And unfortunately, it feels like my infection that I've been battling for months and months here is coming back. And I've been struggling to get the doctors to help me treat it properly. Oh, what am I doing? Just screw attack the thing. Just screw it. When you're ready to give up in the game, they give you the screw attack, so you can say, screw everything. Literally. Screw attack. Oh god. The acid lava stuff. So here we have a regular Metroid. And it turns into this Alpha Metroid, or Beta? Alpha? Yeah, Alpha Metroid. And you've got Beta Metroids, and you've got Omega Metroids, and then you've got Zeta Metroids. So up to this point, we've mostly fought the latter. But I think what we're about to encounter here for the first time is a Zeta Metroid. So when we come back, do we have to loop all the way around? Oh, we do have to loop all the way around. Okay. So in this Metroid game, the sequel to the NES Metroid, Samus heads to the home world of the Metroids, SR388, to eradicate all Metroid life forms, and she encounters all the evolutions of the Metroids. Which is actually pretty unique because you only encounter some of these Metroid forms in other Metroid games. You usually only encounter the baby Metroids, and not all these other different forms, so it's pretty awesome that you get to see all the different forms of Metroid. Most of them anyways, in this game. Granted, it was a Game Boy game, and then later it was updated with this Game Boy Color palette. so it is limited in its presentation and the number of pixels. But it's not the number of pixels you have, it's what you do with them. And the creators of this game did a really excellent job of creating this eerie atmosphere, expanding upon the first game's exploration-based gameplay, and delivering a really compelling experience where you just feel like you get lost in these caves underground. And you fight these epic bosses that are pretty tough, actually. So we have this giant, I believe this is a Omega or a Zeta. What comes after that? Kappa? I don't know. What comes after the Zeta? I don't know. The Queen. So it shedded its tail and gained some claws and shoots fireballs now. You actually fight one of these at the end of Metroid Fusion, which Metroid Fusion, most of the enemies are based off of the enemies in Metroid 2 because it takes place above the planet SR388 in a research station above SR388. Oh, we should go this way. Get more health this way. So as you can see down there in the corner, it says there are 3 to 4 Metroids left. That number will actually go up as I enter one of the areas, but we're pretty close to beating the game. So hang in there and we'll get that Metroid Queen defeated. Oh man, I'm really tired. I'm not on the top of my game. Yeah, I was almost just going to play this offline and not live stream it tonight. Just because I'm kind of in poor health condition right now, but I figured it's okay. Let's live stream it anyways and have some fun. Check in with some people and make it one of those more casual streams. Hey, Danny G Gaming, welcome to the stream. How you doing, Danny G? I saw some pictures of you and your family at the movies in some primo, awesome-looking movie theater seats. Look cool. What movie did you guys see? I wasn't able to tell by the chat there. Was it Garfield or was it If? Oh man, that was terrible. I'm gonna rewind. I swear I kind of know what I'm doing. My brain's reaction times are just slower today. I actually really like this Metroid battle, and the ensuing baby Metroid that follows you around is the one that you see in the beginning of Super Metroid. Cool Metroid game, because like I was saying earlier, you actually fight and eradicate all the Metroids in this game. Despite it being a lower resolution, lower capable title, being an original Game Boy game, it actually has one of the best premises of the whole Metroid series, even if it isn't the best Metroid game ever made. It has a special place in my heart. The first Metroid game I played was Super Metroid, and I was such a fan of that game and the way it controlled and the physics of it. There's pretty much 3 Super Nintendo games that are legendary and survive the test of time like no other. And those 3 games are Super Mario World, A Link to the Past, which both released in the launch year of the Super Nintendo, and then Super Metroid, which released 4 years later. Or 3 years later? Something like that. Let's see what G has to say. Danielle says, "Hey-oh! Alrighty, spent most of my day in the pool. Was it warm over there too?" Pretty warm over here. I was almost going to jump in the pool after work. But I was so tired, I just ate a bunch of sushi. My wife bought me some sushi. Danny G says, we saw If. They had a special, so the cool seats were $7 yesterday. That's awesome. Let's create a suspend point before I get any further, because I actually had already progressed past this point. And I saved manually, like in-game, right here on this cool save. And I forgot to load that save file, and we loaded the suspend point instead, losing the save data. How was If? Was it iffy, or was it pretty good? I went and saw Garfield, and that was pretty iffy. They were advertising Tinder in the first 5 minutes of Garfield, and then they had a line where the lady at the restaurant told the guy, I think his name is Dave. Is his name Dave? Anyways, they told the guy, Garfield's owner, they told him to pay for the premium subscription on all the dating apps that they were advertising in movie. And it was super cheesy. And then 5 minutes later, they were like advertising, like it was product placement, but it was also advertisement. They were advertising Sony noise canceling headphones. It was super cheesy. I mean, like, honestly, I think they probably are really good headphones, but like, it just was so off-putting. And then the movie wasn't that funny either. They didn't really get the right kind of voice for Garfield. So that pit right there, you go down that pit later, and that's where you find the Metroid Queen's lair. But first we gotta go defeat these 3 Metroids that are on our list, and they are tough ones. Ah, yes, I had 2 sushi rolls at lunch, too. You and I and those coincidences. Welcome to the stream, Chad Middleton. It's synchronicity. It was meant to be. What did you have? What kind of sushi did you have? I had a spicy Cali roll and a Cali roll. Did you get your usual Philadelphia roll? Mine was just the generic store-bought stuff. My wife went to Sprouts and picked them up because Sprouts has like $5 sushi on Wednesdays, which is a pretty good deal. We've been wanting to go to our favorite sushi place, but we haven't gotten my mom to come babysit the kids yet. Oh god, the horror of this Metroid. Is this the Zeta Metroid? I think it is. So try not to get scared of these guys if you fight them. Just shoot as many missiles into them as possible. They actually, the more you run away from them, the more they'll kill you. So you kind of just have to take them head on. Face your fears, all that stuff. You can't really shoot these guys from underneath like some of the other Metroids. You have to shoot them head on. I think they take 25 missiles to kill, which is a lot of missiles. Welcome to the stream, Chad Middleton. Do I sound okay, guys? I completely rebooted my PC and changed my setup because my Windows install was just nuked from messing around with stuff too much. And I went all the way from Windows H21 to H22 to H23 on the same install, and I think it was just too much. Daniel says, it was okay. I wouldn't go out of my way to see it again. Kinda all over the place storyline. Even had some jump scares and lots of choice words for a PG movie. Chad Middleton says, I played the remake on 3DS. Sounds great. Nice. Let me know if the game audio is too loud. Yeah, some of the choices they've been making I'm not even a prude, you know. I could see some adult humor in kids' movies, but like some of the stuff that I saw in Garfield, I was like, that was just off-putting and out of place. I hope I'm not gonna have to go back and refill my energy. Hoping I'm gonna survive. Oh, jeez. Yeah, so I spent about 3 hours last night and about 30 minutes this morning resetting everything up. in the past, years and years ago, when I had to reboot Windows, it took a lot longer. Even the last time I rebooted Windows, it took like 6 hours to set everything back up. So 3 hours, actually not too bad to get me up and running again. Of course, I just backed up my files to an external drive, so it's not too big of a deal. I do wish I had a slightly better computer, like a desktop-style computer, so I wouldn't have to deal with the intense fans blowing right in front of me, but the laptop is also pretty nice. I probably would never buy an MSI laptop again either, but at the time when I had bought it, it was the best bang for my buck I could get. Wait a minute, what was the point of this save? Yeah, it was the best bang for my buck I could get. I think I paid $750 for the laptop. It had only come with 512 gigabytes of storage and 8 gigabytes of RAM. So I upgraded that myself, and that cost me a little bit more. But, it was a pretty good deal. Every other laptop that had the same specs was a lot more expensive, probably because they had better build quality. And they also, the other laptops had, like, terrible screens on them unless you spent a ton of money. And so that's why I ended up going with this one when I bought it. At the time, I didn't realize, though, that these things get quite hot. And maybe that's true of all gaming laptops. And I really did need a laptop at the time. I couldn't use a desktop for what I do. Now I could use a desktop because I have the desk area, and obviously that wouldn't work for my living room streaming, so I think it all works out. It just generates a ton of heat. No matter what I do. Chino Soul says, when more gameplay of Skyrim? Yeah, there's really nothing left for me to do in Skyrim. I could go screw around and just, like, kill off NPCs, or I could start a new file. You have to realize, if you look at my playtime, and this isn't even accurate, I probably have more playtime than this. If you look at my playtime of Skyrim, I have 450 hours in Skyrim. Like, that's a lot of Skyrim time. I need to play some other games, you know what I mean? That's a lot of Skyrim time. I do know it's my most popular thing to stream, and people want to see me play it again, play more of it. If I get bored playing everything else and I need some comfort food gaming, I may very well go back to Skyrim. Or if I get my energy back and get over this infection, maybe we'll do some late-night Skyrim streams again, and I'll start screwing around in there. There is technically quests I have not completed and things I have not done and caves I have not explored. There is technically more to do still in Skyrim. But I did complete all of the non-Radiant quest lines pretty much. Like, maybe I didn't complete exactly all of them, but if you look at my quest list, it's like 400 quests completed. It's insane. And it was glorious. All 50 live streams. And when I played it before I ever even live streamed. Skyrim is indeed a glorious game, and I do appreciate the suggestions for games to play. I do take that into consideration, but I can't play a game if I'm not having fun. I could never be one of those people that live streams Call of Duty or Fortnite every day, because I would get really bored very fast doing the same thing over and over again. And I wouldn't be providing a genuine experience for y'all. It's just the way I am. I like variety. I also do like revisiting things, so it's not like I'll never go back and play it. Many of you know I like collecting game series. And I like collecting game series because I like going back and replaying those games. I've probably beat this game like 30 times in my life. And here I am playing it again, because I really like replaying games. I think replaying games is fun, so even though I say that I don't like doing the same thing over and over again, I guess I really do like doing the same thing over and over again. You will die! And your mother too! It is relaxing watching night gameplay of Skyrim. Yes, Geno Soul, and I do appreciate the suggestion, and I know everybody wants to see it, and I do keep it in my mind, but I also have to have fun playing it. I will keep Skyrim in my mind. We actually did Skyrim the other day. It's delisted, but we did Skyrim on the Switch update test stream. Danny G Gaming says, I can't figure Skyrim out. It can't be any more complicated than Baldur's Gate 3. Even the main quest of Skyrim, if you literally just do the Dragonborn quest and nothing else, is really not that hard to complete. You could probably complete the Dragonborn quest in like 20 to 40 hours. It's the whole me trying to do everything possible in Skyrim that led me to 450 hours. And that's 2 playthroughs. That's not just 1 playthrough. That's 2 full 100% complete playthroughs. Okay, we only got 1 Metroid left. And that Metroid is the Queen Metroid. So before we go on to the Queen, we need to refill our health and ammo. And my memory is a little fuzzy because it's been like 6 years since I beat this game. I used to beat this game every year back in the day when there was a lot less Nintendo games to play and we didn't have Nintendo Switch. I used to replay a lot of the same games because I didn't have a huge library of games like I do now. I didn't have 100 and so odd Switch games. I had a limited number of games. So I would replay Super Metroid, replay all the Metroids, all the Metal Gears, all the Castlevanias, all the Zeldas, all the time. Would constantly replay them. And now my bubble is bigger. My bubble has burst. We have gone outside our bubble of comfort. I actually didn't even like Skyrim when it released on the PlayStation 3. There's quite a few PlayStation 3 games that were just too big and too blurry for me to enjoy. They really did need to be higher resolution. I'm not a graphics person where I'm like, graphics are everything. But they really were just too blurry and low resolution on PlayStation 3 to enjoy. When it came to Switch, it was a godsend for me because that's when I started to enjoy Skyrim. And I even liked Morrowind back in the day. So, I don't know why I didn't like Skyrim on PlayStation 3, but I never bought it on my PlayStation 3. And now I love Skyrim. Sorry, my English, but that is what I want. That's cool, Geno Soul. I like that you stopped by to say hi, even though this isn't what you're looking forward to, too, Geno Soul. That's really cool of you. It's very human of you. And I'll definitely keep you in mind. I know you're looking forward to those nighttime Skyrim streams again. I'll have to get that going again one time. I know we've got quite a few audience members that look for specific games on my channel. We've got the RPG crew. We've got the Animal Crossing guys. And we've got our Skyrim guys. And then we've got people who just watch me play whatever. I appreciate all of you. I know my tastes in gaming are all over the place. I literally play stuff from every genre. Except for, like, I don't really play sports games too much. I even play, like, farming games like Rune Factory and Story of Seasons. And I like Animal Crossing, but I get kind of weirded out by the creepers that seem to show up in the community every time I play that game. I seem to run into, like, the most strange people. And I'm a very strange person. So it takes one to know one. It's okay to be strange. What I mean by that is, like people with, like, fake personas or multiple personas. Stuff like that's a little freaky-deaky for me.
Do you see a time anywhere?
I gotta redo my keyboard shortcuts for OBS since I reset everything. I got my mouse shortcuts, so on the side of my mouse there's those forward and back buttons. I have those to mute or hide the camera. Mute my mic or hide the camera. But I used to have keyboard shortcuts on the numlock keys. Like some people have one of those cool stream decks. I don't have a cool stream deck. So I just use the numlock keys. Or I'll use the keys on my mouse. That works for me. Maybe one day when I buy that much more awesome gaming laptop or PC than the one that I have, then we'll add cool stuff like sound effects and all that fluff. I really just like to focus on the chat, the games, and I like having the camera so you guys can see my reactions. You see there's a person on the other side of this voice. I used to not have a camera, and that was fine too, because I liked focusing on the game, but at the same time, you know, it's nice to see the person you're talking to. Not really into that whole VTuber thing. I've seen some VTuber stuff that was kind of cool, but not super into that. Cartoon avatars and all that. My avatar's already in the game. Strange in what sense? Like predatory or having fake personas. I don't understand. Where's the where's the ice beam? There it is. This is also directly below the Queen Metroid. So you need the ice beam for this part because you have to fight baby Metroids. And you also have to fight the Metroid Queen. And there's a damaged Chozo statue. You can see the Metroid Queen is very mad at the Chozo for creating her species. Evie's watching. She says hi. Hi, Evie. You having a great day? How are you doing there? Those popular VTubers are part of a company. They're fake personality and annoying, says Chat. I mean, some of that stuff is cool, you know, in its own right. It's just not for me. But I'm not really the target audience. I think that's one of the harder parts for me being, like, live streaming, was kind of figuring out what live streaming even is. For a while, I just did upload videos. And I didn't really understand the concept of live streaming, and then Animal Crossing kind of opened me up to it and taught me about, you know, connecting to the community and hanging out with your friends and sharing your experiences. And then when I got this laptop, I became obsessed with trying to live stream in a high quality so that when I do stuff like Skyrim update video or whatever, people get a real impression of what the graphics of Switch are instead of a blurry, overly compressed impression, which, I mean, you can't really avoid that to an extent, just due to the nature of internet videos. But for some reason, it was really important to me. I don't know why it was so important to me. And then they added support for HEVC streaming, and I started using HLS streaming, and I achieved that goal, and it was really important to me. It probably was not so important to my viewers or to anybody else, but it was important to me. I wanted similar quality out of what you get in an upload with my live stream. Which is kind of insane, but it's what I was obsessed with. Now, if I had AV1 encoding, that would be even better. But that doesn't use HLS, that uses RTMPS, and that's a whole nother story. Oh! It got me. She says, yes, I'm having a good day. Good, I'm glad you're having a good day. What did you eat today, Evie? Did you eat any yummy snacks today? That's the other thing, too. Like, I can't have creepers around my channel, even though this channel is primarily for adults. Like adults don't want creepers, and especially not children. Like, I play games with my children sometimes. I know that I also play mature games. It's not like the channel is for kids or anything like that, but I like to keep it safe and appropriate, especially depending on the game I'm playing. Like, if I'm playing a game that is for all ages, then I'm not going to sit up here, you know, cursing or, you know, being a bad example. I want to keep it at the level of the game we're playing. We did play a game the other day that had some naughty language in it, and I almost felt awkward just reading the text, because I usually try to keep it clean on here. Pune, pune, pune. She says, goldfish and yogurt. Ooh, what flavor yogurt? What kind of yogurt? Did you have Danimals? Did you have Yoplait? Was it strawberry? Was it mixed berry? I like Activia, and I like Yoplait, and I like the one with the fruit in it. And I like strawberry, blueberry, and mixed berry. I also like peach, but I prefer the strawberry and mixed berry. And I don't do goldfish, but I do pretzels. And I like Cheez-Its, too. Oh, we're doing really good, actually. I don't know how this happened, but... Oh, duh, because there was the missile refill and the health refill. So actually, when you go fight the final Metroid and you've actually gotten all the items, it's harder. So we're going to be fighting the Queen Metroid on hard mode. And I don't remember... I really don't remember the best strategy for fighting this Metroid. I don't. I know something about rolling up in a ball, bombing the inside of it. Yeah, this. Ooh. I have a feeling like I'm gonna get my butt whooped. Okay, let's start this battle over. Let's try that again. There is a strategy that I don't remember. There is a better strategy than what I'm doing, but I can't remember it at the moment. I did speedrun this game at one point when I was in high school. I speedran all the Metroid games because I was into speedrunning back then. And I actually got incredible times in Metroid Zero Mission. Was the one I did the best. And I got okay times in Super Metroid. I got like almost world record breaking times in Metroid Zero Mission, but I didn't record it. I didn't have any way to record it, so it was just for fun. Uh-oh, we're gonna die. I don't want to die. This battle is hard. Oh, I know what to do. I just remembered the strategy. So when it starts shooting those things out, you just do the screw attack. And then it'll open its mouth every, like, in between or so. Oh. Try and get that one. Okay. You can do it, Samus! Yes. That was the strategy. It's the screw attack strategy. Oh. And the missile launch strategy, so... Oh. Gotta get in there quick. That's it! Screw attack strategy totally worked! Amazing. And you want to use those bombs too. You want to bomb it inside its throat. And we have killed the Queen Metroid. Oh, this is awesome. The first time I did this, like, at this moment, after playing Super Metroid already too, and seeing this moment, like, the hairs were standing on the back of my neck as this little baby Metroid appeared on my Game Boy Color screen. And this simple pixel art graphics game moved me so much. And it was such an incredible moment, accumulating such a confusing journey because I didn't have a map. And I had even gotten all the items by meticulously just exploring these caves that were kind of hard to memorize. Oh, that was good. Good times on the Game Boy Color. My brother had a Game Boy Pocket, and I had a Game Boy Color. He was playing this on the Game Boy Pocket. And then you come up with the stars, headed back to the ship, thanks to the Metroid being able to eat those things. And then you're like, what? Brick wall. Oh, we went too far. You've got Samus's ship, which is the same ship that we see in Super Metroid. And then if I got the good ending, we'll see Samus take off her suit at the end. I love this ending animation too, where she's running toward the screen. Go Team Metroid. Danimals drinkable strawberry yogurt. Evie also said she wants to let you know she's been practicing her reading. Awesome! You gotta practice every day, you'll get better and better. Me and my daughter read together. Me and my son don't really read together anymore. but he reads to me now. The other day he was reading Nate in a classroom all by himself, and I was sitting next to him playing video games, and he read to me. What's up? What's wrong? No! So cute. So cute. What happened? You being mean, or she just wants you to follow directions? She just wants you to follow directions. Give me a high five. Oh, it's okay. Look, here, you want to play with my kitty cat? You want to play with my kitty cat? Listen. Be careful, he's hot. He's on fire. Kisses. Oh. Want to play with my kitty cat? Okay. We'll go out there. I was just telling everybody talking about our reading, how we read a book together earlier. All right, she's loving your live. Awesome, great job. Thanks, guys. From Evie, this game looks cool. This game is cool. Oh, we did get the good ending. We beat it in under 3 hours, which it probably would have been a lot less if I hadn't backtracked so much to find that missile that I couldn't find. And we got Samus to take off her suit, which is how you get the good ending. Fun fact, Metroid is the first video game series with a female protagonist. Sometimes people credit Lara Croft as one of the first popular video game female characters. That's not true. The first lead protagonist role in video games is Samus from the Metroid series. And she has been one of my favorite game characters to play as all my life. So I don't think anything happens here. I think you literally have to reset the game, or it just sits here on the screen that says the end. But then afterwards, yeah. That was Metroid 2. Thanks again for watching me on NinSense YouTube channel as we played Metroid 2 Return of Samus, and we beat it. What was I talking about? Reading? Oh, we just read a book called I Want a Puppy. Or Pigeon Wants a Puppy. Anyways, it's a pigeon that wants a puppy. And it doesn't have any idea what a puppy is. And it says, I want a puppy. And it says that puppies are adorable. Evie says, good night, NinSense. Oh yeah, it's late where you guys are at. Good night, Evie. You get some sleep. You dream sweet dreams, okay? And my daughter can't quite read yet, but she knows some of the words. Like, she recognizes some of the words because she'll read the same stories over and over again. And so she was reading along with me at first. The book is really cute because the pigeon has no idea what a puppy is. And it says, I would water it every day and give it lots of sunshine like it's a plant. And then halfway through the book, spoilers, you probably will never read this book, but spoilers, halfway through the book, the pigeon actually encounters a real life puppy, and the puppy's happy and smiling and stuff like that. But the pigeon's like scared because it's a pigeon, just like, you know, way smaller than a puppy. And it's like, the teeth, the mouth, the size. And then at the end of the book, the pigeon says, I want a walrus, and has hearts around it, and it's like imagining it wants a walrus. It's great. Well, thanks again for watching me play Metroid 2 Return of Samus. We're probably going to load up, if I continue playing games, which I might take a break, because I think I got to give my daughter some attention. I might play some Metal Gear Solid because I need to beat that too. Well, I don't need to beat it. I've already beat it multiple times, but I'm on a playthrough, and we're right at the Sniper Wolf battle, the second one. And we're about to enter the underground maintenance base, fight Vulcan Raven, change the PAL keys, and then fight Metal Gear and Liquid Snake. Thanks again, Geno Soul, for the recommendation of playing more Skyrim at night. Thanks, Danny G Gaming, for stopping by and hanging out with us the whole time. You're amazing. Thanks for being a good friend, too. Thanks, Evie, for all the nice comments and hanging out with us as well. Shout out to Chad Middleton for always being a part of my community and stopping by and hanging out with me and chatting with me on Discord and whatnot. You guys are all appreciated. If you guys want to see me play any one of my numerous games that I own, I do have a couple that aren't downloaded here too. You can always recommend them in a comment, in the chat, on Twitter, on Discord, or X, or whatever it's called. You can pop into a live stream of me playing a different game and request them. I may or may not play them right away, but I do take those requests seriously. Chad has been throwing me curveball requests. He made me play Resident Evil Revelations 2 the other day. And while I did like that game, and I enjoyed it the first time I played through it, and I enjoyed it when I live streamed it the other day, I did realize how rough around the edges it is compared to some of the other Resident Evil games. I still need to beat Rune Factory 3, 4, and 5, and we still have some gameplay and all these Pikmin games and Paper Mario, and I just got a new Mario game. I got Super Mario RPG, which I told myself I wasn't going to get, but I found it at Staples on clearance, and I had a gift card, so we picked that up. There's always more stuff to do in these other games too, or replay them, or even just, if you guys want to challenge me to a versus game, you know, I'm always down to play Street Fighter or Uno or Smash Bros. Or Tetris or Mario Kart, or we could play co-op in Super Mario 3D World. I know I did get a request for that I haven't been able to fulfill yet. I did get a request to play some Super Mario Odyssey the other day. Although I like the main campaign playthrough of Odyssey, I don't really enjoy the post-game that much compared to other Mario games. I don't really want to get all 1,000 moons. I'm not compelled to do that, sadly. Yeah. There should be an update coming out for Stardew Valley pretty soon. I know I was doing some Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. I'm sure people want to see more of that too. Star Wars Battlefront Classic Collection, the online is dead. No one's online anymore, and I already beat the single player. Yeah. So yeah, guess I'm going to end it here. And if I come back later, I'll see you guys on the flip side. Chad Middleton wants to see Doom 3. Don't you have Doom 3, Chad? This book sounds silly. It is quite silly. It is quite silly. My daughter seems to like all the silly books. We have a huge selection of children's books. We have like almost all the Dr. Seuss books, and a ton of other children's books. What I need to expand upon now, because my son's older, is I need to get more elementary, like 4th, 5th, 6th grade level reading books. I got to get a lot more of those. So hopefully I'll continue to collect more of those. Right now he's got a lot of graphic novels and a few just regular novels. I kind of want to get him some copies of some books I really liked when I was a kid, but he's his own person. He may or may not like those books. For example, I really liked the book The Hatchet when I was a kid, and there's actually 3 books or 4 books in the series. I really liked reading that series. I really liked Where the Red Fern Grows. It was about a boy and his dog, his hunting dog, or his 2 dogs, I should say. And I really liked The Hobbit, too, when I was a kid. I did like Harry Potter, but I didn't like it as much as everybody else. And maybe that's because I'd already read Lord of the Rings, and I'd already read I'd read some other like less popular magical fantasy novels with wizards and like crazy creatures in it that just were more adventurous to me. I'd already played The Legend of Zelda. I don't know. I'd already been exposed to a lot of that stuff, so it wasn't the most groundbreaking thing. Not trashing the series. I still enjoyed it, but sometimes some stuff is popularized and some stuff is just not, you know. Get him into Dragon Ball Z. Maybe. He's watching Teen Titans Go right now. What he's into as far as cartoons go. And I don't have any Dragon Ball Z graphic novels. Alright, well thanks again for listening to me, everybody. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up for more content like this. And subscribe to NinSense YouTube channel. I'll see you guys on the flip side. Hope to see you guys in the next live. As always, stay solid, stay safe, and have a great day. Peace.